You're watching the NHL Network.
Next, two teams. New York, New York.
A city so nice.
They named it twice.
Rangers, Islanders.
Islanders, Rangers.
Yager.
Yager scores! Jaromir Yager!
Yashin.
He shoots and he scores! Oh, Alexei Yashin!
Two superstars.
Skill.
One town. This town ain't big enough. Which star will shine bright
In the New York night.
tonight?
NHL on TSN. Next.
Then 7th Avenue, where Chris Chutbert is right now, with the guy who played for both of these teams, Glen Healy.
Yes, James, the chants for Let's Go Islanders started about 6:15 and quickly were drowned out by the Ranger chants. You told me that it doesn't matter that the Rangers are playing so well and the Islanders haven't played well because this rivalry just changes everything.
Throw it out the window. And what's great about this rivalry, it's going to be a back-to-back situation. They'll get on the bus, they'll drive down the road, they'll play tomorrow night at Nassau Coliseum. Hatfield against the McCoys. These teams, they don't trade with one another, they hate each other, and regardless of what happens, it'll be a passionate game. I remember my first game, dressing in the dressing room, and I heard this loud noise, and I said to Pat Flatley beside me, "What's the noise?" I said, "That's the fans." 40 minutes before a game, 3/4 full, they love it. And the fans are going to love this game tonight.
Yes, the new NHL promoting rivalries just like this one. It doesn't get much better than the Islanders and Rangers, their first of 3 meetings in 8 days. James, Madison Square Garden rocking tonight as it always does when the New York Islanders pay a visit to meet the Rangers again. First of 3 in 8 days between these two Atlantic Division rivals. Tonight's starting goaltenders brought to you by Tim Hortons' new Hearty Vegetable Soup. 24-year-old Rick DiPietro back in goal after suffering a concussion a week ago in a game against Washington when he took a knee from Jeff Halpern. This guy's the new toast of Manhattan. He's won 3 straight, coming off a 23-save shutout. Henrik Lundqvist has become the darling of these fans in New York who have fallen for this hard-working Ranger team that's trying to cap a sweep of their 4-game homestand. Roosevelt trying to keep it in at the point. Jason Blake comes up with it. Rangers have scored first in each game so far in this season in 7 games. Hunter with a chance for the Islanders, and it won't take long for Paul Dvorsky to call the first penalty 28 seconds in.
Hooking call, right?
To be penalized. It was Brent Sopel for hooking, not DiPietro.
Yes, goaltenders, they don't play that way. It's the new gentler NHL. You just run the goalies over. That's what you do. However, they tell you the Islanders better wake up here. This is a dangerous power play. All the momentum's in the Rangers' favor.
And so the form chart holding true so far. Rangers have started quickly in their games. The Islanders have been slow out of the box. And now the second power play, Roosevelt and Malik up top. Again, Yager, Nylander, and Straka up front. And that's Marty Straka in behind the net. Only Peter Forsberg with more assists so far. Yager fakes the shot, plays it to the point. Malik couldn't reach that pass. And now Nylander will sweep it back. Yager to the side of the net. Nylander couldn't control. Roosevelt will step out. Fans getting anxious. They want a shot. Yager off the side boards. Roosevelt shooting. Knocked down in front. Yager takes over. He'll swing it back down low in front. Oh, what a stop! That'll likely be the save of the game by DiPietro.
It's a real dilemma for the New York Islanders because you've got to cover Yager. What ends up happening, Zhidnik comes far out of good ice and goes to bad ice to take away the Yager shot. Yager's smart, sees Zhidnik come, and then says, okay, now I'm going to send it down low. And then the scramble's on, and now you're outmanned in front of the net. And DiPietro, for a guy who had a concussion, I'm not seeing any effects of it tonight. He has saved the bacon in the first 7.5 minutes.
What a huge save on Marek Malik. Minute 7 remaining in the power play. Raczynski now out there. Marcel Hossa and Steve Ruchin, Tootin and Poti will man the points. Here's the former Oiler up to Tootin. He'll send it in. DiPietro loves to play the puck. Has to be a little more careful. Not putting it over the glass and couldn't clear it past Tootin. Centered in front, Ruchin. Robbed by DiPietro. The former Mighty Duck of Anaheim, Steve Ruchin, 10 years on the West Coast, and he loves it here in New York. In the slot, chance, Ruchin and DiPietro down again. Still loose in front, and finally batted to the boards. Rangers doing everything but score, and now shoveled away on the backhand by Niinimaa. Great pass up ahead by Lundqvist, and Raczynski let it go. Hossa couldn't collect it. Campoli around the boards. It'll come to the point, but stay in front, and Raczynski kicked it. Looked like he tried a little flick pass off the skate. In front again, and Raczynski can't convert. Penalty over, but the pressure remains. 3 more shots on that power play. Sopel testing Lundqvist with a rare Islander chance. And now Nylander back in. 15 seconds remaining. Raczynski robbed. Oh, it's all DiPietro. Another chance, side of the net in front. Asham trying to clear. Pony keeps it alive. It'll be Tootin across. Here's another chance. And a rebound. Shot by Yager high. It's target practice at Madison Square.
Give this guy a hand, Rick DiPietro. Standing his ground square. 2 big saves. Now, Yager, you tell me this guy.
And it looks like that's going to mean a penalty to Jason Ward.
That puck shot out.
Go right through. Go hard, hard. Keep going, Yerky. Out of the way, Ward. Good start, good start. Get back here. Time! Right up, right up, right up, right up!
Sound check on Brad Lukowicz, the newcomer to the Islanders defense. Local guy. And assuming a leadership role, so be listening in on occasion tonight. Here's Sopel at the point, and Lundqvist with traffic heavy all over him in that goal mouth, and Parrish sent sprawling into the Ranger netminder.
That's exactly what the Islanders have to do. Get the puck back to the point. Their power play is struggling. Get the puck, shoot it at the net. This is a young goaltender in the net, a rookie who is prone to giving up rebounds. There he doesn't. But that's what you're going to do to score. This Islander team, they're missing a coin, big shot. Missing Hammerlick, big shot. These guys have flown the coop. So the only guy who's got the big shot in the back end there is Sopel. Use your asset.
Yes, they lost 3 veteran defensemen. You mentioned 2. Kenny Johnson in retirement. Satan, hot shot. And Lundqvist looks sharp at the other end.
Yeah, but that's not going to go in, Chris. Let's take a look at this on
For
Yashin.
Flame, who Tom Rennie says has been solid at both ends of the ice. And he's a key man now as the Islanders have a 5-on-3 for just under 80 seconds. Yashin. Now Mike York at the top. The only Islander goal Saturday was by York on a 5-on-3. Shitnik right on, rebound, scores! There he is, Alexei Yashin.
Good shot by Shitnik, hard, low. And he knows Alexei Yashin, who's a right shot, is sitting off, poaching to the right side of the net. And Lundqvist, a young goaltender, he's a butterfly guy, big, he's athletic, but he's prone to give up rebounds. And on a 5-on-3 situation, all kinds of room. The Rangers are still down a man.
For another minute 20, signed as a free agent with the Rangers prior to the lockout. And now following up, Straka fires, rebound, and it's shot high. And they crash into DiPietro, and that's going to be a penalty. Tom Pony went to the net, missed his opportunity on the rebound, and ran DiPietro over.
Well, unless you've lived in a vacuum for the past week or so, everyone's talking about crease crashing and protecting the goaltenders. And there's a good example. DiPietro makes a good save. You know he's on his game. So the unwritten rule amongst teams is get in his face. Let's get him off his game. DiPietro's a very cocky kid. He's got a lot of confidence, a lot of bravado, but he's also prone to snapping. And so a good example of the Rangers trying to get in his kitchen, cook a little bacon and eggs, but they could pay for it.
Welcome back to Madison Square Garden, where the Islanders have the 1-0 lead after 20 minutes of play. And you can't say enough about Rick DiPietro in goal.
No, Chris, this thing should have been over after the 8-minute mark of the first period. It was all Rangers. You know, this building used to be a real vicious place to play. And you come in and you had to weather the storm in New York. Well, the team was crummy for a lot of years. Well, it's back to that now. And it's been all DiPietro. He has been their best player all year and showed in the first period why he is their best player. Forget Yashin, forget Satan. It's all DiPietro. Otherwise, they'd be closing up shop for 52 minutes and waiting to see if they get their points tomorrow night in
Shot
Long
from
Island.
a bad angle. Puka the rebound. And DiPietro's got that. And now Nilsson taken down, and Goddard getting in the middle of it. He went toe-to-toe with Donald Brashear Saturday night in a heavyweight tilt. But there's no one on the ice that I think is willing to tangle with Big 49 here. A terrific scoring chance. 19 gets into the point. Shot deflected. Jason Ward. Oh, he whipped it high with DiPietro sprawled in the goal crease. And the Rangers have done everything in this game but beat Rick DiPietro. Asham has it bounce off his leg to Yashin. Yashin trying to get through center. Niinema steps up, and down is Lundqvist. Niinema holds the zone. That puck flips.
Simple shot from the point, but it's tipped back into him. A lot of times when you get tips to the left side of you or to the right side of you and the puck gets tipped, it can only go one way. This could have went either way. And so DiPietro, not only does he have to contend with the tip, but he's also got to keep his body in some sort of a position a la Dominic Hasek, but to force Ward to at least see pad, stick, and shoot the puck over the net. This DiPietro, he is absolutely on his game tonight.
Shots pass off the skate, and Campoli steps up. The CHL Humanitarian of the Year. And he mentioned to me this morning, every day when he played in Erie, he went to the Shriners Hospital, helped out at admissions, and often he would go to schools and help kids read just because there was nothing else to do until practice at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. That's the kind of kid you cheer for.
Yeah, you're right. You know, he's an overage draft. Scored on his first shot in his first game. National Hockey League. And wasn't drafted. He's a big kid. It's because he was skinny. I mean, Chris, you've been working your whole life to get skinny. This kid didn't get drafted because of it. But a good pickup. He's not afraid to jump in the rush, and the new game's helped him.
Here's Yashin, puck on the line, and Lundqvist leads back, and Snow Angels to stop as the puck sat inches from a second Islander goal.
Good save by Lundqvist.
To Petnin, he lost control. Here's Yager in front, and that backhand went high. The Yager's had his chances tonight.
Pretty good poke check by DiPietro. He knows Yager's going to take it to the net. He knows he's a left-hand shot. He's got to bring the puck eventually to you to that scoring area. Perfect place to use the poke check.
Yager out momentarily. Eric Balik down low, swept around. It'll find Yager, but he's hounded there by Mark Parrish, the other man with a shorthanded goal. Tom Pony, he's shot in front. Oh, another huge pad stop as Yager can't beat DiPietro.
Yager's shaking his head. When you're a goalie and you start to get into a scorer's head, that's a real good thing.
How many?
You're playing back-to-back. I'll give Mike Milbury some credit here. 2001, the Islanders were in 30th place in the National Hockey League. Wong, the owner, said, here's the checkbook, go get me some players. They were going to get Pekka and Yashin, or they were going to get Pekka and Allison. One of the two deals. Well, obviously with Allison's help, they went with Pekka and Yashin. Now, the Islanders, as much as we malign Yashin, they've not missed the playoffs the past 3 seasons. You can't say that about the New York Rangers. Islanders are only one of 8 teams to make the playoffs the past 3 years.
So it wasn't one of the... Yeah, James said it's been Rick DiPietro. It's been his show tonight. 25 stops, 8 off Yager, but it's not just his stops that are getting your attention.
No, they're -3 of their top 4 defensemen. It's his handling of the puck. Watch his catching hand. He has a unique way of handling the puck. He turns it over. He's very aggressive. And you know, the new rules are really going to help him because he has a tendency to wander a little bit into the corners. I think Mike Milbury might be saying, you know, these new rules might save my general manager job because this guy's not going to go out and give the puck away. Oh, he has been great. 45 shots directed at the net. Block shots, missed shots, and of course the saves. He has been a busy guy after 40 minutes.
And we start the third period with 10 seconds left in the 2-man advantage for the New York Islanders. And that will take care of that bit of business for the Rangers penalty killers. Raczynski stepped back on, and now it's 5 skaters against 4. As the Islanders try to enhance their lead and are looking for their first win against the Rangers in the last 11 starts. Satan scores! Miro Satan! A power play goal! 2-0.
I wouldn't consider this a quick release, but sometimes holding on to this puck for as long as he has, it puts Lundqvist out of sorts. He bobbles the puck for 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, and Lundqvist is in a spot where he is so deep in the net that he can't come out, can't challenge, but he's put off kilter by the fact that, number 1, there's a player making his way to the net, and number 2, that the release took so long to get away. Shatansky, he's got a laser beam shot and a quick release. Not the release there, but the laser beam shot.
So 2 power play. Lukowicz grew up an Islander fan. His dad's best man was Lauren Hennig. So, of course, that was one of his favorite players, although Billy Smith was his real favorite. And how about that nifty little pad stop by DiPietro on a redirect?
Incredible concentration. A puck deflected 6 feet away. He made it look easy.
Teuton's broken stick went as far as the puck, and now DiPietro hangs on. Well, we mentioned 46 different players have worn both uniforms.
You know, Rick DiPietro, 3 years ago, he loves baseball. He was part of that group that played in that Little League World Series. I never played in that. I was a crummy baseball player. But this guy, 3 years ago, went to batting practice at Shea Stadium, whiffed on 15 of them. This year he went back. He's bigger, quicker, stronger. 4 out of the park. Batting practice for your Mets. Not my Yankees, Chris, your Mets.
He was asked to be the next Bachelor, a la Jesse Palmer. And if the show had been on 10 years ago, might you have been asked as another Islander, high-profile, good-looking kind of guy?
The air is too thin up here. No, very few people play for both teams. Very few people play dirty for both teams. And of course, the 94, the Stanley Cup. It was a great 4 years in each spot.
And just below us, and I'm not making this up, folks, but about 5 rows below us is a gentleman wearing a Ranger Healy sweater.
I know. I like to say hi to my brother-in-law who's here tonight. You know, you think back to the Islander-Ranger rivalry. I mean, to this day, Dennis Potvin in one of the New York Rangers' best years broke.
There's a shot, change direction. DiPietro is steady, but he hop off the stanchion. Kavasha plays it, and to the attack he goes. Dropped it off. Pettinen, who would love to atone for his error, got it deep. It's played back to the point, and Sopel shot through traffic, handled by Lundqvist. Stepping up Winehandle. Here's the youngster Nielsen with the Magic Man. His dad, Kent Nielsen, in attendance, as well as his mother, Helen Alfredson, the LPGA golfer. So that's 21 Nielsen minutes of the third period. You were telling me the Islanders have a 53-game streak without a loss, protecting a second period lead.
Longest in the National Hockey League.
There's a chance. Nieminen trying to sweep it in. Well, the Rangers have trailed twice after 2. Nieminen in front again. Shatan's got it. And the Rangers have a win and a tie when coming back in the third. That's what the new NHL is supposed to offer, more comebacks. Let's see if we get one here. And how good the Islanders are in with Brad Lukowich on our latest edition of Sound Check.
Yes! Yes! Oh, I like it! I like it a lot!
That the sounds of silence? You know, unless you can afford a $2,000 seat down at the ice level as a player, the conversation and communication is enormous at ice level.
Speeding in and rolling it to the net where Malik handed it right back to him. Now a chance for York. Mike York shot. Rebound. Hunter. All tied up, but Hunter couldn't get a stick on that juicy rebound in front. Now Betts back. Here's Blair Betts. End of a shift for him. Gets it deep. Billy Niemanen goes after it. What a good hockey game here. And it'll set up what'll be an interesting night on the island tomorrow as these two go right back at it. Sopel taken down by Tootin, and they pile up there to get a face-off in the Ranger zone. And now Nienema takes Jitnik's spot. Sopel up ahead. Neither team's been to overtime so far. Early in this National Hockey League season, dozen seconds away. Can the Islanders beat the buzzer? That shot knocked down. Nilsson was out there. And yes, indeed, overtime here at Madison Square.
Rules for overtime, 4-on-4, 5-minute sudden death. And if it's still tied, then the fans get a little gift. We have a shootout. If I am the New York Islanders, and I know Mr. Sterling would think differently, but if I was to pick a team that could win in a shootout, it'd be the New York Rangers. With Jaromir Jagr, Marty Straka, Pruka, as we mentioned, incredible shot, Martin Ruzicki, all kinds of weapons. So the Islanders win it in the overtime.
They do start with the power play that carries over. 35 seconds remaining in the man advantage. A little more room here as Jitnik wheels in up against Malik, who takes a couple of hacks and then rides him out. And then it's backhanded to the line, kept in by York. A chance to clear by Betts, couldn't get it out. Yashin walks in, and Lundqvist, big time stop. In the penalty to Michael Nylander, and that should do it.
I wonder why the Islanders wouldn't try 4 forwards out there on that situation instead of going with a defenseman.
So now
worth the gamble.
Nylander comes out. Shouldn't be long before Jagr joins him, although right now it's Nylander and Ruchin. And Ruchin with the puck. Over to Kasparaitis. Kasparaitis couldn't get it deep. And they'll regroup at center ice. Kavasha on the ice. Now Jagr's out there. Nylander didn't take long to spot him. And a shot is blocked in front. Big play by the veteran Lukowich as he prevented the Jagr shot, but Jagr's got it again. Twisting and turning in the Islander zone. A little more room for him to work. Although Parrish trying to cut off his space. And Parrish takes it away. Good solid D, but Nienema blew a tire and Jagr gets it back. In front, and that weak shot went wide as Raczynski's on the ice now. Marty Raczynski, in it goes Cody. Oh, Jagr left alone in front. And the pass didn't slide through. Jagr's got it again. Raczynski behind the net, trying to work his way in front, and couldn't pivot and get the shot away. Rangers applying the pressure with 2 minutes gone in the overtime. And that's the end of that shift by Jagr, who made some noise, but couldn't induce the crowd to make even more. Now Straka's out. Trent Hunter for the Islanders, watching him. Up ahead, it's Moore over to Straka. Dominic Moore with a chance, 4-on-4. Works the boards, swivels it back in. DiPietro out of the net. And Jason Blake reversing it to Sopel. 2:22 left in in overtime.
Moore's a smart player, defensively responsible. He can skate. He's a college kid who's learned how to play on the big ice. Good play by Rennie to put him on the ice. Give his big guns a rest.
Now Hunter bothered by Nylander. Out in front, backhand off the side of the net. Good power forward move by Trent Hunter. Got a stick on the puck and forces Nylander to turn back. Now the Islanders changing to the attack of Pruka. Everybody on their feet as Pruka's backhand was stopped by DiPietro. At the point, Pony, nifty move, walks in, and DiPietro robs him. Great action in New York.
And Michael Nylander absolutely creative with the puck. Watch this. Oh, sorry about your luck. And a little bit more wood on the puck. Maybe a little bit better ice. The garden ice is horrible at this stage of the game. He gets a better shot away, but give DiPietro full credit for the save.
Rangers control the draw. The shot right on. Pony's a Boston boy, but a little too young for Bobby Orr. Out in front again. It's collected there by Kabasha. Now the Islanders to the attack. Kabasha perished. And it's knocked off his stick. Pony watching Kabasha. Trying to center it. Rangers regain possession. Here's Ruchin out with Raczynski, dropped at the line, play offside. This draw against Shatan, a winger who's been good in the face-off circle for the Islanders tonight.
Nylander's their best. He's the only guy who can take draws.
Shatan has prevailed again, though. Good win by Shatan, and now he's got the puck. Rolls it in. And Kondrachev back in his own zone. 1 minute left in the sudden victory portion of this game. Kasparaitis behind his net. Now they get it organized. Up to his defense partner, Kondrachev. He'll send it in. Jágr and Nylander in pursuit. Jágr's got it. Shitnik on him. Jágr pivots away. Now Yashin there at the point. Here's a chance. Kondrachev walks in. Oh, what a chance. Close call there, and it's Nylander again. Kondrachev's in front. So is Jágr. Couldn't take the pass. Nylander still with it. There's Jágr in front. And Nylander lost his stick.
Hudson Bay rules now, Chris.
10 seconds left. Looks like shootout time at Madison Square Garden. One last chance maybe for Lukovic. He's checked. It will be the first shootout at MSG.
Crowd's really going to hate this, guys. They're all on their feet. They can't wait.
Well, you've already called it. Apparently the Rangers have a huge advantage going into this next portion. Let's see. Because DiPietro has had an answer for just about everything tonight, and it's going to be new for Henrik Lundqvist.
Although he has probably seen it in the European game. DiPietro played college hockey. You don't have that in college. But this is absolutely a tough way, though, for both these goaltenders to win or lose a hockey game. No disrespect, this has been a hard-fought, excellent 2-2 hockey game. Both sides have had their chances to win it. And now it comes down to a competition of skill. Although there isn't a
space, so we see an optimum move or two.
Yashin will be the first shooter for the New York Islanders.
First man to score tonight.
And he needs this for his confidence. Obviously much beleaguered player, criticized by his coach, criticized by his teammates. 2 points tonight, a third would be nice.
And Henrik Lundqvist's status here in New York could take another giant step forward if he is to prevail.
Referee's very particular. Every player has to be on the bench. See there, they shoo the Ranger players into the bench.
A warm greeting from the fans for Yashin, and you can see the lineup. Yashin first. Lundqvist beats him.
Jagger, you got to do a little schooling here. Upstairs on this kid, he's down. Upstairs, no, backhand deep. Quick snap of the wrist and you score. And Pruka's got a great shot, this kid. Great speed and a great shot.
Well, he tied the game on a deflection. He gets to give the Rangers an advantage if he can beat Rick DiPietro. The goalies prevailing in round one.
Quite a move, Chris. I felt for it up here. Maybe just a little long and holding on with the puck. He makes a good first strong move and then get it off right away. Then he gives DiPietro time to put the pad down.
The other Islander who has scored tonight, Miroslav Satan. He was stopped on a penalty shot by Roberto Luongo. Let's see if he can even things out here. Scores!
All about timing here. Lundqvist, you got to come out and establish position and get back. He does it. He gets caught deep in his net. He's well inside the blue paint. That's an easy goal for a big goal scorer. A guy with 5.
If he didn't feel comfortable as an Islander before, he might feel a lot better about himself now. Satan with 1 for the Islanders. Here's Jagr to get them back on even terms. And DiPietro, an easy stop as the stick snaps on Jagr.
DiPietro smart, comes out, aggressive. He knows Jagr has lots of moves in his bag, so he's going to take away the shot. And Pierre McGuire's going to love that.
Yep. Little composite compost there. And now, Mark Parrish can seal the deal. Parrish against Lundqvist. And they're still alive. So Lundqvist stops 2 of the first 3 and hopes he gets to stay in the net. But to do that, Michael Nylander must find a way to beat Rick DiPietro.
See Tom Rennie's approach. He gets his best player, Jagr, has him shoot second. Maybe you don't get to the 3rd shot, but the Rangers are in a pickle now. They've got to score to stay alive.
Can Nylander extend it? Can DiPietro win it? Off the post of the New York Islanders on 33 saves in the opening 65 minutes, and 3 more in the shootout from Rick DiPietro. And the rival Rangers a loss on home ice.
Story tonight, DiPietro, no question about it. Great early in the game, great late in the game, and the save that means the most. He forced Nylander to hit the post. Again, take away the shot. Pads down. A little bit of room at the bottom part of the net. But again, look at this garden ice, bad ice. Puck rolls off the stick.
Well, a game in which the New York Rangers dominated, but Rick DiPietro was brilliant. No wonder they want him to be the Bachelor.
All kinds of criticism when Mike Milbury traded the Canadian goalie, the American one, but the American one won tonight for DiPietro.
Islanders even their record at 3-3 as they beat the Rangers 3-2 at the Garden.
All right, time for the TSN Turning Point. It's brought to you by Super 8, and this one falls under the duh category. When there's only 1 goal in the shootout, you have to give it to Miroslav Satan. Hasn't done much with that big fat contract, but he comes through here, the only goal of the shootout, and it is your winner. A cash donation will be made to the Coaching Association.
One thing I really love is this new rivalry when teams play their division rivals 8 times. You can't get enough of the Islanders and the Rangers. First meeting of the year between these 2 guys at Madison Square Garden. Always interesting. Here are the highlights.
In behind the net, Parrish. And Yashin. He's knocked off the puck. And back with it. Here's a 2-on-1. It's Rachitsky over the line with Ruchin. And the rebound went past Ruchin Yager takes over. He'll swing it back down low in front. Oh, what a stop! That'll likely be the save of the game by DiPietro. Nylander back in. 15 seconds remaining. Ratinsky robbed. Oh, it's all DiPietro. It's Yashin. Now Mike York at the top. The only Islander goal Saturday was by York on a 5-on-3. Shitnik right on rebound. Scores. There he is. Alexei Yashin. Blair Betts just had a terrific scoring chance. 19 gets it to the point. Shot deflected. Jason Ward. Oh, he whipped it high. 5-on-3. York to Yashin. And across the other way, Mike York. Alexei Yashin across. Oh, off the bar. As the Islanders try to enhance their lead and are looking for their first win against the Rangers in the last 11 starts. Satan scores! Miro Satan, a power play goal, 2-0. So 2 power play goals. The second scores! Oh no, off the stick of Tommy Pettinen, and the Rangers get it right back. He's made some impressive stops tonight. That was one of his best. Here's a chance, and another big stop, this time off Mark Parrish. In behind the net, Kruka parks in front, Tootin at the point, puts it through, scores! May have been tipped, but the Rangers have tied it. Now Hunter, bothered by Nylander, out in front, backhand, off the side of the net. At the point, Pony, nifty move, walks in, and DiPietro robs him. Alexei Yashin first. If he can beat Rick DiPietro. The goalies prevailing in round 1. He was stopped on a penalty shot by Roberto Luongo. Let's see if he can even things out here. Scores! Here's Yager to get them back on even terms. Pinned! And DiPietro an easy stop as the stick snaps on Yager. Parrish against Lundqvist. And they're still alive. Can Nylander extend it? Can DiPietro win it? Off the post of the New York Islanders.
Jaromir Jagr scores his 7th goal on the year. That is 544 goals for the career, time with Rocket Richard, but the Rangers come up short in the shootout, losing at 3-2. Miro Satan scores in regulation, also scores in the shootout. So Satan actually your only goal scorer in the night in the shootout, and that indeed obviously a winner. The Rangers outshot the Islanders 35-26, a big game from Rick DiPietro. He admitted after the game he got a lucky break, especially when Jaromir Jagr was bearing down on him during that shootout.
I mean, it's an unfortunate break. We had one, go off RD and go in, and then, you saw that in the shootout. But, I mean, anytime you get a guy like Jaromir Jagr to snap a stick and dribble one in on your pads in a shootout is, you feel pretty fortunate.
Bring in the middle. It happened probably the last shift of my of the overtime, and somebody slash you and they just break, but you don't know about it because you don't put the power on it. And when I tried to shoot, it just break. But it was from the last shift from overtime. I didn't know about it.
It was the Isles' first win in the local rivalry in 11 games, and the reason they got it was the shootout, as Miro Satan scores the only goal scorer in that